I would now call SA12, School of Architecture, Reva University, Prerna Manjunath, Vikas SP, Sagar
Yes, sir.
Girwari, Ashish M. Gowda.
Yes,
So
sir.
they can start their presentation now.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Please mute the rest. Please mute. Only SA12, please unmute and start your presentation.
so is the voice buffer still like that only?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's okay.
Okay. Is this she? So good morning to the jury panel over here. The first slide which we'll be discussing is a site analysis and introduction. So the site which we have chosen is in Gujarat, Rajkot. The site is the proposed AIIMS hospital site of 300 acres area, where we have chosen a parcel of 10 acres land in the given site above. The site is located near the village Kanderi and where the national highway is passing through. There is an overall setback of 30 meters taken from the AIIMS site boundary to protect it from flooding of the Kanderi dam site. Next, coming to the utilities. In a radius of 2 to 3 kilometers around the site, there's a sewage treatment plant, there's a water pump station, and there's a water power plant. One issue identified was it lacked sanitary landfills. Next, these were the sensories that we have observed. Next, coming to the SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis is where the strength is it is an elevated land, self-sustainable environment, accessibility, and isolated site. Opportunities were skyline, jobs, and views. Weakness was sanitary landfill, mobile zone, and a zero development. The threats were earthquake and flooding. Coming to the site analysis of our 10 acres. So we have taken 10 acres, which is 30 meters away from the Kanderi Lake, with 5 meters setback throughout the periphery of the site. Next, coming to the sun path and wind path. The blocks were arranged where the wind path creates a tunnel effect and the taller blocks act as a barrier to the sun to the lower heighted blocks. Next, coming to the sound produced from the huge water body was a positive impact from the surrounding environment. Next, the entry points were all segregated, which we thought of segregating it. Next is the views. We have the car parking is zoned away from the sensory point so that we can take a maximum amount of views over here. Next is the terrain. The terrain was a very 1 meter low terrain of downside slope. Next is a circuit is designed in terms with public entry, private entry, service entry, and fire norms. Next is the landscaping. The landscaping is done with a combination of hardscape and softscape to create a balanced environment.
Next, coming to the concept, in this slide, we'll talk about the abstraction of form, explaining about the form development and contextual study. Studying the historical and architectural wonders, which are Ahmedabad, Rani Ki Vav, Swami Narayan Temple. We learn the commonality of monumental scale to human scale and point of continuity. Came to a conclusion of a word convergence in all the building forms studied. So pictorially represented the convergence through the sketch. Next, minimalizing the abstracted sketch. Using the monumental scale to human scale convergence in elevation as well as in plan. To stabilize the form, introducing circular shafts by breaking the blocks into half. So this is the final form we expected to perceive.
So coming to the design features, we played with the building form using sun path, sun rays, and shadows, tunneling effect, and orientation of the site. Next was the levels, segregation, and interactive pockets, self-sustainable design, connectivity, and modular planning. Next, since we have chosen a modular planning as our strategy for fast construction, the grid dimension we have chosen and considered according to all the medical standards was 3 meters into 6 meters, due to which we have multiplied this grid into many varieties to obtain the rooms and achieve our design where our corridors, from corridors to washroom to surgery rooms. We have applied it in this grid throughout our design to make sure of easy and fast construction process. These are the few varieties and possibilities of modules with single 6 meter into 3 meter.
In this slide, we'll be speaking about site plan and site section. Coming to the zoning, we have zoned each block in such a way that to match the concept, that is convergence in plan. Other than the blocks, we have zoned our services and for future development as shown in figure with separate dedicated visitors parking, ambulance parking, and staff parking. And this is the terrace floor plan. Observing the blocks, how it is zoned relating to the zoning plan, you can observe the axonometric view consisting of pedestrian movement, building pad, road circulation of the site. Then coming to the basement floor plan, we are trying to explain how the entire vehicular movement going to happen in the underground level. This is the ambulance vehicular path, and the next is the service entry and the staff parking driveway. Observing the arrow directing, we can observe that how each block and the services are interconnected to run a smooth function. Then this is our ground floor plan consisting of we can see the how pedestrian movement happens to the site, and also observe that how the vehicular movement going to happen for the visitors parking and the inpatient parking in the ground floor level. Then you can see the arrow movement directing, which shows the complete visitors parking and inpatient parking, how it is segregated in the master in the site plan. Then we can see how pedestrian movement happens through the site, and also observe the landscape, how the softscape and the hardscape area with the water body, which makes the place livelier for residents and the visitors to enjoy. Then these are the site sections showing the levels played in each block with underground interconnection as explained earlier, and also it proves the word convergence in elevation as per our concept.
So coming to the design features of each block, these are the few views as discussed in the master plan. This is the lake view, pedestrian area towards the outpatient and residential block. This is the recreational area. This is the service and inpatient exit. This is the back side of the bird eye view, and this is the front side of the bird eye view. Next, coming to explain each block and their features. First is our inpatient block, which is the COVID block, which is a 200 bedded block. Since it is a COVID block, it is an isolated block with demarked entries. And next, we have applied negative pressure system in our planning only for this block. And next, we have divided the corridors into 3 parts, where in the center, it's a medical corridor, and both the other side, it's the patient corridor, where it's an access for only patients on the either side, and in the center, it's an access for medical staff. Next, coming to the recessed facade in the section where you can observe, the same 3 corridors are applied here, where you can see there's a push and pull of facade, so that it creates a beautiful feature as a building, and we will not require an extra facade treatment or something for the building. The entire building will have its own pure nature of it. Next, coming to the section, we have divided the section into 2 parts, which is an infected zone and a disinfected zone. So in this infected zone, it's for the COVID patients, and disinfected zone is for the medical staff. And they have their own circular shafts. So they use it for their own circulation and movement of the building in the building. Next, coming to the outpatient block. Since this is a vast block, and we also had to explain how our 6x3 grid works. So this is how the modular grid planning was there. We have added the 6x3 grid everywhere, and we have tried to cube it. We have tried to combine it into one room. So in the same way, the yellow lines, the yellow demarked can be observed as the green openings over here. So we have combined them and used it together again. And again, we haven't used negative pressure system in outpatient block. We have tried to use more open spaces and closed space planning over here, so that there's proper and natural ventilation available over here. Next, flow to flow connectivity. Since this block is quite vast, the doctors will not be, it's not necessary for them to always enter through the building. They can use the outer facade and they can enter each floor like this. Next, We have also divided the entire section into zones, which is the emergency floor, administrative floor, diagnostic floor, surgical floors, and this is the research facility which we have added. Next, coming to the residential part. Since our concept is convergence, we have tried to balance our residential block with using the staggered planning. So as you can see in the image, it tries to amalgamate towards a point meeting over here. Next, this is so after that, since it's a residential, we can't, they can't always make a feel that they're staying in a hospital area. So we have provided a specific courtyards for each houses. So they have their own specified space to enjoy this one. And next, how are the doctors going to transmute? Like, it's not necessary that they have to get out of the building and go. So we have provided connectivity even in the air and even in the underground. So we have given a tunnel and a bridge over here, connecting only from residential to outpatient, not a connection towards inpatient. Next, floor-wise zoning is again also done here, which is hostel, residence, and services and basement parking for the staff.
Then coming to the inpatient block, an inpatient block consists of G+7 floors, excluding the basement. The basement floor is the emergency floor and the service floor, which consists of triage, examination, research, and surgery room, mortuary, and other service units, which are placed in a sterilized zone. The basement has two entries. One is ambulance entry and the service entry. The ground floor consists of testing unit and a family meeting unit and drugstore, record room, and laundry services and dietary services. Then comes the typical floor, consists of cluster of 3x6 meter modules, which we have segregated into two zones. One is heavily contaminated zone and the other is clean area, where heavily contaminated area comes under patient corridor and their wards. Then comes the clean area, which indirectly connected to the patient wards through the medical corridor with the needed services to function. These are the elevations, as you see, elevation and section, showing how the inpatient block looks on the side. Then coming to the cluster plan, and here the use of 3x6 module placed in such a way that to play in an elevation facade and creating a courtyard by using each clusters. The main thing here is like we have adopted negative pressure system as incorporated in our inpatient block to cancel the cross-air contamination mainly. Then these are the testing unit and the family unit where people come and get tested, and where the people, where the patient family comes and meet the patient. So like not hurting the psychology of the people mindset that they're staying in a COVID hospital.
Okay, so coming to the outpatient block. The outpatient block consists of G+4 and G+ floor with basement, with the overall height of 25.2 meters. The basement floor, which is an emergency floor, and service floor. So next, the ground floor is the admin and the clinical floor. The first floor is the diagnostic floor. The second and the third floor is a typical surgical floor. The fourth floor is a research facility for the students and the residents who come to study over here. The floor above the surgery room. The floor above the surgery room is connected and it is a double-heighted so that it acts as a viewing deck for the students to study from the research facility. This is an added feature. Next, we can also observe the way how we have said the doctors can commute only through the facade from the outer side. Next, for the easy movement of fire escape, we have provided proper number of shafts. We have given 2 shafts in equal distance for the fire distance. And you can also observe the column and the beam layout, the way how the 3 columns are applied and the entire grid is being formed. And these are the ICU unit, X-ray room, radiology, ultrasound, and surgical rooms, which we have designed in 6x3 grid.
Next, moving on to the residential block. The residential block consists of G+3 floors with basement. The basement, which consists of staff parking and service units. Basement has residence parking entry and staff basement tunnel entry connecting the outpatient block. The ground floor consists of the basic amenities, which is stores, laundry, administration, and family lounge. Then the typical floor, which is second and third. the cluster of 2 BHK and 1 BHK houses for staff members and as well as doctors, which is designed with 3 meter by 6 meters grid. Then these are the design section and elevation as per the following views. Next, this is the shaft, which consists of staircase, lift, as well as services, which runs parallelly through each floors, which acts as a circulation through each floors.
ମାମା ତେବେ ସାଉଥ ର ଦିଟା ଟିମ୍ ଥିଲେ ଭାଇ କି ବାଜେ ଇଂଲିଶ ପିପୁଲ୍ସ ଜଣେ କହୁଥିଲା ପିପୁଲ୍ସ ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ କୋଭିଡ ପିପୁଲ ଇଂଲିଶ ଆମେ ହସୁଥିଲୁ ଖାଲି ଗଡୁ
Sorry. Coming to the structural part, since the site is located in an earthquake-prone area, which is in zone 4, which is highly risk zone. Hence, we have used base isolator, which protects the structure from earthquake. Understanding the basic loads, the size of I column we have used is 305 by 23 by 31.5 mm. As our site falls near Khanderi Dam,
Was it you?
we use the heat piling technique in our basements, which acts as a retaining walls which resist the lateral mother earth load, water, and other filling materials. To maintain the structural connectivity, we have used bolted I column and I beam as shown in an image, since it can be easily developed and dismantled. The implementation of modern technology, we have used photovoltaic film in inpatient block, since we have used negative pressure system to support proper lighting and ventilation and energy efficient too. The material used for floor, wall, and roof. The material is B-core slab, which is a solid structure sandwiched between steel plate braced together with an array of thin core tubes by a procedure of copper brazing. Also, the ductility of stainless steel can effectively resist earthquake and land subsidence. By applying all the parameters, we created 6x3 module, which can be developed into various probability of modules, as you can see in this image.
It cannot be heard. It cannot be heard.
Unmute yourself.
It cannot. Can you unmute yourself?
Please unmute.
Yes.
Nothing can be heard. Can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am. 2 minutes.
Nothing can be
I'm
heard.
sorry, sir. We were talking and it was unmuted. Can we talk again?
I can't hear anything.
Hello.
Hello.
Quickly start from the beginning of this slide.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry. As we see in many buildings, the structural part itself hinders the aesthetic part of the building. So we thought of managing both the structural and aesthetical appearance using this tree column. The tree column, which balances symmetrically on 4 ways to support the structure with a dia of 800 mm, which is connected to a brace which withholds the gusset plate and the base plate using the stiffness. Then this column is installed through a hydraulic press to a pylon. And coming to the extruded view of 12 meter circular shaft, it contains with the I column, staircase shaft, and the lift shaft and service shaft. Then the reason this element is introduced is to enhance the balance link between structural and aesthetical feature, making it functional. As we observe, This structural element is used as a pedestrian movement between the residential and the outpatient block using cross bracing between two eye girders for the steel decking with the help of steel joist below. Then coming to the main topic, timeline of the work. First, we go with the site excavation. Then we do our formwork according to our grid to place the module. After the formwork is done, then comes the transportation of our module from the factory to the on-site. After that, according to the grid alignment, 25 modules are placed. Then our final building ends with services. And next is these are the days which each construction phase will happen throughout the site.
We come to the end of our this one. So now we will start our video walkthrough.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I think there is many questions regarding structural aspects and structural stability,
Okay.
which I presume. So I would request Mr. Bhattacharya to start the questions. Mr. Bhattacharya, please.
First, look-wise, it was quite appealing. And the use of the initial concept, how it has been made, to me, it made certain impact. So I liked it. And definitely, your idea of 6 meter by 3 meter prefabricated modules, etc., is quite nice. But the creating that sort of hanging or overhang and cantilevered parts from structural point of view needs certain other considerations also, which
Yes, sir.
at this moment I would say showed, but as a conceptual thing, it showed nice looking, but there can need to be certain thoughts to be added.
Yes, sir. For adding that too, so only we have used a circular shear shaft where
That
it
is a
balances.
horizontal, somewhere the
Yes,
horizontal
sir.
stability you are thinking on that line, the circular shaft, etc., that will be taking whatever earthquake comes, etc., etc., etc. Okay,
Yes,
but
sir.
too much cantilevering out or too much overhang creation, and with a modular construction, there may be requirement of certain additional supports or something like that. That is only for your consideration in future when you do a practical real life thing.
Sure,
Yeah,
sir.
sure, sir.
So that is one thing, and what I further could not very clearly, and you have tried to explain and you have thought something, that floor decking, there are certain beams and pockets you have created. Is that for any service grade lines, etc., or why you have thought like
Sir,
that?
Sir,
is this the slide we are talking about?
No, no, go to the next one. Go to the next one. Another, there was one other slide,
This
and
one, sir?
right
you
side
are
cross
talking about
section
this
of.
now, sir, at this particular portion. Sir, actually, like it is used only for pedestrian movement, sir, and even for running a services. If anything is there from the residential to what the outpatient thing, so that they can utilize. But we didn't thought like to give completely for running a services. Only it's a pedestrian movement connecting bridge between residential to outpatient blocks, sir.
And also, like, in the bridge during the night time, we have to provide electricity and everything. So for that, we will be needing connectors in the bridge. So for that, we have also provided that space.
But because many times such things are created, but with certain specific purpose. So that was
Yes, sir.
what I was thinking. Why you have thought like that? Your size of the module is 6.3, 6 and 3 is good, but it may be slightly low. You could have gone for 8 into 4, 8 into 4 or something like that. And these are the beam connections, sheet pilings, whatever you have thought is okay. Somebody who will be executing the project, he will be thinking, you have given some broad idea. Only the question remains that you have created a slightly if slightly unmanageable overhang or cantilever. So there only the question.
Yes, sir. I agree with that, sir.
Yeah, but for that, we try to balance it out with the thickness of the tube so that, we give a much more thicker tube than a
Yes,
thinner
from
tube.
your point of view, you have done a nice work. You have tried to think of something like that, and I like also the idea of your circular core. That was also
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yes, sir. Because the reason why we have given the circular core was also because, we have these cantilever projections and we can't have always a circulation. The staircase will go somewhere off, and emergency exits and entries are very important in our hospital building.
Rather,
That's the reason, instead of going zigzag somewhere else, we thought of giving a straight shaft where, it is also
Architectural.
it's an architectural element, it's a stabilizing element, and it also gives a boldness to our building.
Okay. On this, I would be very interested to know what my architect jury will be coming out with. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Now, thank you, students. I would request that you understand what the juries are trying to inform you, because
sir.
Yes.
Because after all, you are not supposed to know everything. You are still in college, and they are
Yes, sir.
professionals. So absorb what the juries say. I would request now, Ma'am Shukarna Dasgupta.
Svetna and Vikas.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I really liked your detailed out presentation.
Thank you,
You
ma'am.
have
Thank you.
considered, you've done that site analysis. You've taken, taken into consideration the climatic, climatic issues, and then you have also separated out the vehicular and the pedestrian, right? And also
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
yes, I mean, I think also maybe 2 or 3 the last day I saw, but this is detailed out. All the considerations have been taken, and even the landscape. I liked your vehicular and pedestrian separating out, which was missing in many other presentations, but of course others were there also. One thing you have elaborated in your concept that it is converging, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Convergence. So
Convergence.
yes, so converging, in where is your convergence in your site? Like you are converging towards the
To the-
water body?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
The
Because a
ma'am.
nice
planning,
view.
that means it is in the planning.
In the
Yes, ma'am.
planning too, and in the elevation also, ma'am. As
And
we
the form, because on the form is also converging towards that water body, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now I just want to say in your planning, see here there is a water body. Can you show the master plan?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Here there is a water body, right? Now we all want to take best advantage out of it. Like if all your patient, I don't know, it is all set up in a longitudinal way from the water body I'm talking about. Like
Yeah.
your linear part is not facing the water body, right? In
Oh,
the planning.
yeah.
Of course,
Yeah,
you
this,
have done that convergence and everything towards water body, but if you imagine if you provide the rooms of the patients,
okay.
who will like to see the water, that you can take as an advantage, that maybe you are missing out, are you? You are.
Because staggering and all is given, ma'am. When it comes to a design feature,
Ma'am, when
you
you
can see the
see it
recess
here,
facade.
the recess facades, it is in an angle. So we have seen it from the building
Yeah,
point
but
of
you won't
view.
be able to see. What I mean to say is, if you could have tilted, I would like to see the patient's blocks and all facing the water body. It would have been nicer. That's what I mean to say. You could have taken that
Okay, okay.
into advantage. Of course, you have taken many other considerations, but that part is, I feel you could have done that also.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Only in our inpatient block, we have given it. This is the part that I'm highlighting is facing towards the water body. But this place is where the medical staff is there. So we have provided balconies over here where the doctors will come out. Since it's it's a negative pressure system, it's totally blocked, and the patients don't have the permission to go out. That is the reason we had given this open courtyard, and the reason. And
That's okay. That's okay. Now,
that
master
is it.
plan, yeah, I understand. The master plan you just show. So here, where is your this patient's cabins? Tell me in this form
In
where
the inpatient part.
Yeah, this side is the patient's part, and this is the doctor's
doctor's
facility.
part. You've separated out the corridors also. You have
Yes, ma'am.
separated out, right? Now,
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
so here, so that's what I'm saying. If you whether that is possible, like if you have done it in terraces, maybe in inclined way as a convergence, so that whether you should be able to see this also. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Slightly tilting,
Thought about
or that would have maybe helped a bit. So that is one thing. Another thing, can you go into the, I like your service, distinct service core, and your this vertical circulation core. So can you go into that plan? So where is the ventilation of that, this coming? Can you tell me? This service core, are they ventilated staircases?
Yeah, ma'am, since it is a closed one, even over here in the shafts, we have provided AHU units and CGS, and it's also completely covered, which have like entries with open and close. So this is it's a negative pressure system. Only these ducts.
So what I mean to say is here there is a staircase.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a
There is a
staircase.
staircase here.
And
Is it
Even
there?
staircase pressurization also is given.
we have given staircase,
You have-
pressurization, and fire safety
You
shafts.
have mechanically ventilated, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The staircase. So that's what I'm saying. Like, well, if you could, I mean, if there is no other way, this is fine. But if you could, in a hospital, I feel the fire issue is such an important, the functionality is the main, and especially COVID is the main issue here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We should not miss out those things. So if it is not possible, of course, we can give mechanical ventilation, but if it is natural, it would be better. Don't you agree? Like
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
it have been, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So because as you have given all in everywhere, you have given natural ventilation in most of the cases, I feel. But
Yes, ma'am.
this also need to be, maybe you could have, I mean, there you could have given some courtyard kind of thing or something, if you could have made some cutouts. So there you could have given the natural ventilation. I'm not talking about lifts. I'm talking about the staircases.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine, ma'am.
Yeah, and also like can I see a plan like where you have placed some rooms inside the corridors? Those don't have ventilation, but those need some. But I like the way you have separated out the patient's corridor and these. Maybe in other plans also there I have seen, but this is quite distinct.
Yeah. This is the way it looks, ma'am.
Each cluster.
This is the cluster.
Yeah, the cluster is there. That is fine. That is okay. But I'm talking about the major planning where I saw maybe these rooms, the corridors. See, medical corridor is here, and these will be ventilated. What about
Negative pressure system has been added.
Negative pressure system, and also we have given photovoltaic cells which will block the harsh sunlight, and also it will help us to it protects us from extra heat
Utilizing the
also.
technology.
Yeah, we were trying to utilize the technology because we can't provide open and closed windows and negative pressure system, so we have implemented photovoltaic cells.
And what about those in your form? You have provided some masses coming out, right?
This one, ma'am.
In that bill. Where is this one? Yeah.
Recessed, ma'am.
Any purpose for
Like
that?
as we
What-
see in design
Yeah,
features.
so this is the push and pull that we were discussing in the design features.
by
You can
using
also
clusters.
see it in this section over here, the way the lighting will come in and go out.
And can you justify, like, as another is the famous structural engineer expert, he has mentioned. So I just wanted to know, like, you have given a cantilever with that tree column. Can you just justify? Can you just justify that? Did you want to create something so that?
Ma'am,
Why
as we
did you do that?
Yeah, why did we is like we see many buildings using the structural part itself that hinders the complete part, or like a complete building, this concept itself. So we thought of using the tree column, but the tree column itself acts as an architectural element with the structural element. This is what we conveyed, ma'am. As we see in Bangalore airports, where it is like a tall of 5 to 5 nearly it is, and even the Mukesh Ambani house, and house,
Yeah, antenna.
even they are like the goal is and use of architectural element and the structural element, they are used very smartly. By doing a case study of that, then we come up with this tree column.
So otherwise, I think Okay. Fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
Before we go to the next jury, about architect Sukarna Dasgupta, she is a practicing architect, the co-founder and principal of Sukarna and Associate, and is a lead designer of the practice. Her office is basically in Calcutta. She is a PR Corners from Jalapur University, member of COA, member of Indian Institute of Architects, member IGBC, Indian Green Building Council accredited professional. Her work has been exhibited in important institutions in India and Bangladesh. She has collaborated with architects from India, Singapore, Bangladesh, and USA. Sukarna and Associates have undertaken projects that impact local communities and urban spaces across India and Bangladesh for the past 25 years. The basic outlining goal of the office is to create design in harmony with environment and life, aesthetics and engineering, fine-tuned with functions and environment, leads to meaningful architecture that stands the test of time and elevates the standards of life. So this is, in short, what we can say about architect Sukarna Dasgupta. So you were hearing and getting tips from a professional. Now I would request Dr. Sarkar to have his, yes, Dr. Sarkar to have his question and answer
Thank you.
session.
I'll be very brief. Participants, I really liked the innovative ideas because this is a breakaway design. And you know, when you break the convention, then criticism will be there. Kindly explain a little bit of your residential blocks. I mean, how far it is necessary to have a residential block, and that's also in so close proximity. Because you see, there will be, my question is very specific, that what have you thought of the family members of the health workers? Those will be there in the campus, and they want to likely to have a space between the medical services and their personal life. So how you are separating them out?
Yes, sir. When we see the master plan, sir, we can see the residential block is placed at this point. So we have created a recreation area for the residential because there will be children for them. Well, because there should be no stereotype for their children. So we have created a recreation area as we see in our video too. The recreation area has been given at this point and even at this point also. So that as you told that how desegregated is like pushing the residential block apart outside from the thing and giving more space for them to enjoy and having a pedestrian and walkway like in the morning or in the evening time.
And also, like how to keep it away from this one is because we have provided our inpatient block towards the final end, and also there's no connection to inpatient and outpatient because they have their own parking, they have their own vehicular movement. Everything is only for them. They have to come in entry, they can go. And but for residents, they have their own entry, they have their own segregated parking. That is the way we try to segregate it for them.
Completely demarked.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sarkar. Now, sir, Dr. Krishna.
Yeah, I have no comments to make, only some observations. And this design I liked because of there is a lot of landscaping, which some other designs they lack. Here, the proportion of landscaping with the built-up area is quite good, very, very interesting. So that anybody who visits this place would really like the openness of the project. And another thing which I have liked is the clarity of vehicular movements, which is very good. And the third one and the most important one is the modular concept of various units for their easy installation. So these are some of the things that I have liked most in this design. Anyway, all the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, participants. Thank you, jury members. So essay 12, you have completed your presentation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.